Green Day has recently released a reissue of their giant album Nimrod, and I thought I'd talk about their anniversary reissues while I'm waiting for my pre-order to ship. By now, this is looking like a pattern that's only started with the prior album, Insomniac, for the album's 25th anniversary. So I think we can look forward to future album reissues 25 years removed from their original cycle, which is exciting for me to both relive those as well as experience some of them for the first time. Anyways, promoting the anniversary of Insomniac was a big deal. To most outsiders, Green Day is defined by Dookie and American Idiot, so it feels like us fans were finally heard when the other albums were celebrated. There was all sorts of merch to celebrate Insomniac, but the backbone to any anniversary is obviously the album itself. Ideally, you'd want to sell something that appeals to both old and new fans alike, but most fans already own the album. But what will get them to double dip? Branching out to vinyl is one way to offer the album in a unique format. The original era belonged to CDs and cassettes, so the reemergence of vinyl offered an opening to bring the album back to record stores for all fans. But what sealed the deal for me was the bonus tracks, which is something that truly makes an album unique, having music never offered anywhere before. This came in the form of an extra disc of live tracks. These tracks came from Prague in 1996. In general, any professionally recorded concerts are a nice time capsule to complement the album itself. The only other concert that would be my top pick is the Stockholm, Sweden concert from 1995 that provided the live tracks for the Stuck With Me single. Now, Prague was also one of the concerts utilized for the previous live albums Foot in Mouth and Bowling, 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 Parking, Parking. Unfortunately, since only one side of the disc was utilized, this is an abbreviated version of the concert, which I'm guessing this was to cut costs, even though this wouldn't have been an issue for the digital version on iTunes. All this resulted in Insomniac re-entering the Billboard 200 album charts at number 180 the week of April 3rd in 2021. Most would have thought that this was a one and done, but that brings us to the announcement of the current reissue, Nimrod, in October 2022. This was now a trend which by all means I'd continue to support, but the announcement of the features made me a lot more enthusiastic. This improves on the Insomniac reissue in every way. We now have two sides dedicated to a live concert, so we now have a complete performance, as well as a disc dedicated to rare studio demos. This was every fan's weakness. A lot of these have been rumored to exist for years, and now we get to hear them all in one place. Their choice of live concert was also spot on, the Electric Factory in Philadelphia in 1997. This performance was sprinkled throughout the Nimrod radio singles as B-sides. Now we get it all in one place for the first time. Nimrod was the perfect example of a reissue, so I'll be hoping and theorizing for what comes next, though a topic of that length would justify a video of its own. Since it took so long to make this video, I'll reflect on some of the aftermath as well. Sadly, Nimrod 25 did not achieve the same success as Insomniac 25. Now, I really want to be optimistic, and I encourage anyone to pick this up while it's still in print, but it wasn't able to re-enter the Billboard charts the same way Insomniac did. Though there's a couple reasons for that. The most obvious is that many casual fans might have been priced out of it. Nimrod retails for $125 as the vinyl set, whereas Insomniac was easier to sell at $30. To a consumer, you're getting more value per disc with the Insomniac set. Nimrod is strictly for the fans. Another factor that may have undercut Nimrod 25's success is the standard album was already reissued less than 2 years prior. There was really no huge press announcements or anything, but I remember Nimrod randomly showing up in Barnes & Noble and record stores without rhyme or reason in 2021. I used this opportunity to get my copy on vinyl, which is why I only got Nimrod 25 on CD. I think a coordinated release would have been way more impactful, giving the option of both the standard version and the enhanced anniversary version. With Nimrod 25's price point, You would not find that in a bookstore, and you'd probably only see limited copies at dedicated record stores. Retail availability shouldn't be underestimated nowadays. Sorry to end on a more negative note, but I'd still encourage you to buy Nimrod however you see fit, whether you're a newcomer or a longtime fan. Thanks for watching.